Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my 2 Cent Tuesday, where I pick a topic and I give you my 2 cents on it. Now, I am actually not going to talk about the thing that you might expect me to be talking about since it is election day. If you haven't voted by now, go vote! With that, though, I'm going to have an extension of what I was on a panel of speakers this past weekend talking to the Young Professional Association. And they had a summit of regional members come, and we talked about failure. What big fat failures we were, and how we overcome our situations and the feelings that we have behind it. And it was such a blast. We laughed our butts off because there's sometimes it falls under hashtag can't make this shit up situations. And you share that with these younger professionals and are like, wow, because they're starting to experience like real life, adult life, and you don't have the security net anymore. So when you don't have a security net, how do you take risks? How do you go through crap and still come out of it not smelling like a rose, but at least intact with a little bit of sanity left? And so there was all kinds of things that we learned. And it's not that you are being a failure. There's moments in your life where you've taken a step out and it didn't work. And so you got to step back, look at how can I make a change in this, and go forward again. That's if you're, launching a new product or whatever, being first to market, you're going to fail at something. But then what are about those things that, shit just happens to you that you have no control over? And there was a lot of that stuff going on in my life at one point, and I had no control. And I felt like a failure because I felt like I had no control. The situations that were happening had nothing to do with me, but I was casualty of the situation. But it also made me feel like a failure. So first thing is understanding feelings aren't always reality. You are not a failure. I'm not a failure. I have screwed up some stuff, but it's all fixable. So even in money situations, I've already gone through bankruptcy. Yes, I'm saying it out loud. That to me is a massive failure in my life, because the way that I grew up and the way that was treated was an out. It was a scapegoat. But you know what? I had to survive 2008 and 2009, and I didn't do so well. Neither did a lot of other people. So I had to change my mindset about that. I'm not a failure because the situation called for me to do not my most favorite thing in the world to do, but I'm out of it. It's all good. That's a fixable thing. You are not a failure. I'm not a failure, but I have failed at some things. But I fixed it too. Feelings are not reality. Once we realize that we can get through the emotional aspect of this to really look at the situation. I've been in a funk the past few weeks. Coming out of it, I had to go back to a lot of basics. Be grateful for everything. Count your blessings. This is not an elementary school thing. This is a everyday life. Find something that you can grasp onto and say, I am so thankful for that. I have a roof over my head. I'm in an emotionally stable place. I have receipts in and out of my wallet, which means I have money to run my business and go do things. I have a car that runs. I have gorgeous days. I mean, this is turning out wonderful today. I have equipment to do this. I have people I can talk to. All these little things add up to huge success for me. And so it starts to make me feel like, okay, this is the reality of the situation, and it's good. So what is the piece that I need to work on to fix to get better? It's all up here. So whatever you need to do to get your head cleared, to not feel like a failure so that you can work on the fixing, go for it. But in the spirit of today, we've all failed at something, and we all have an opportunity to fix it. So one more last reminder, if you haven't gone to vote yet, go vote! That's my 2 cents.